Welcome to the 2013 KVIE Art Auction, celebrating 32 years of visual arts in our region. More than 250 pieces will be auctioned off to the highest bidder, and you can be a part of the action by watching and bidding on your favorite pieces. View the entire collection online at kvie.org/art auction. Then, when your favorite item appears, call 1-800-270-6601 to place your bid. You can also interact live with the auction team on Twitter using hashtag KVIE Arts. Remember to bid high and bid often. And now, let the auction begin. Sold.
Good afternoon. I'm Heath Buckmaster. Welcome to the KVIE Art Auction. This weekend, we are auctioning off more than 250 pieces of original art from Northern California artists. You can interact with us online by tweeting with hashtag KVIE Arts, and you can get involved by viewing the entire collection online at kvie.org/art auction, and then by bidding on your favorite items. Here's how. It's easy to bid on items featured in the art auction. Here's how. Explore the collection online at kvie.org/art auction. Make note of the date and time your favorite artwork comes up for bid, or stay tuned. When a piece of art catches your eye, quickly call 1-800-270-6601 and a volunteer will assist you. Most items will be sold in less than 7 minutes. Bid high and bid often so you don't miss any of your favorite items.
Stay tuned for the Contemporary Classics category coming up next on the KVIE Art Auction. Juried by Kim Squalia, this category features abstract and non-objective works in all media. View all of the categories featured in this year's auction at kvie.org/art auction. Bid high and bid often.
This portion of KVIE's Art Auction is presented by Wells Fargo Bank. We want to thank Wells Fargo Bank for supporting public television and art in the Central Valley. We appreciate your support. So hi, I'm Cindy Shelton. We have a very exciting collection of art to get to today. So let's quickly review all of the art in this next half hour. We're going to start this afternoon with 7A called Red Chair. The artist is Jennifer Teixeira and the retail value is $150. 7B is Rigid Geometries. Artist is Janet Kozak. Retail value of that lovely piece is $325. And then the next piece is 7C, Not Myself is what it's called. The artist is Todd Head, and the retail value is $380. And then next, 7D, Hotheads by Chris Boda. Dollar value of this lovely piece is $400. A lot of color in that one. Next off is a lovely piece, 7E. It's called Joe Cerna. Artist on this one is Rudy Quaylar. Donor value is $250. And then the last one in this first half hour of the auction is 7F, Trees of Compassion. The artist is Cassandra Reeves, and the donor value on that one is $850. And joining us to auction the art is our art expert, Kim Scott. Kim, thank you so much for being here. You know, Kim has exhibited internationally, and she currently teaches at the Short Center and was this year's juror for the figurative category. Welcome, Kim. I'm so happy that you're here with us.
So happy I'm back. It's a really fun thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely, and we love your support. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this first piece, 7A.
All right. Jennifer Teixeira has been in town for a long time. She's made lots of art, lots of splashes with her art. Her main interest is printmaking. She also does some painting as well. This particular piece is a collage. It includes different factors that are this chair here. It's called Red Chair. Doesn't that intrigue you a little bit? Anyway,
now that you mention it.
This comes originally from a print that she made. This section back here with the fan shape was from a painting, and she incorporated all these together into a piece that is part of a series where she uses this checkerboard floor, which reminds her of Versailles or something like that. It also could go in a contemporary space or a more traditional space in your home. The colors are really beautiful. If you look at it closely, you can see that this paper is a handmade paper. It looks like maybe a rice paper or mulberry paper with printing with the roses on it. So it has a little bit of an Asian contemporary theme to it that the frame goes very nicely with.
Very nice, and the size of this particular piece is 16 by 20. Jennifer Teixeira, someone we all know and love around here at the art auction at KVIE, is called Red Chair, humorously enough. Anyway, we're looking for a bid of $100 on this piece. The donor value is $150, so I think we're looking to start this bid at $100 if I'm reading this correctly. So Red Chair, the number's on your screen, 1-800-270-6601. Now we're at 125. Fabulous, we have 125. Excellent. Oh, all we need is $25 to get a bell ringer on this piece. Won't you be the one who calls the number on your screen right now? Get that first piece of today's auction. 1-800-270-6601 is the number. Get your credit card. It only takes a couple minutes. We have a great, fabulous phone bank who are volunteering their time, and they're waiting for you to call. They're a little wild. These wonderful people have given up their Saturday to get your phone call, so pick up the phone right now. We would like that one right there. We want to hear live from you. 150. Do we have 175? We have 175. Excellent. We're a bell ringer.
You know, Cindy, Jennifer has won awards at the KVIE Art Auction show before in the past also.
Yes.
She has a history of getting great results here. You'd be very lucky to have her piece in your collection.
And guess what? We're already at $200. That is so fantastic. Do we have 225? All the money goes to KVIE. Jennifer Teixeira and all the artists in this auction donated 100% of their artwork, and the framers donated 100% of their framing. All the money goes to your favorite public television station, KVIE. 225. Do we have 250? We do. We have 250. Excellent. We need 275. We need 275. What a great way to start a Saturday. Do we have 275? We have 250. This is what I want to see in an auction.
It's a beautiful piece.
It's a fabulous piece. It'll go anywhere. 250. Do we have 275? Yes? Do we have 275? Waiting for that phone? There's people's on the. There's people's. There's people on the phone. 250. We need one more bid of 275. You know you want this piece. It is beautiful. It's a one of a kind. It's from Jennifer Teixeira, and there's Dee's head coming, going, and we're looking to see where it is. Anyway, it's 250. Do we have 275? We're going to have to close out on this piece if you don't act fast. We have 250 on it right now. What's the number? 1-800-270-6601. You should be saying it in your sleep. I do. Right. Good, we have someone else calling. Excellent. Is that person going to take this away for 275? That would be a great thing to do. Anyway, Kim, let's go on to the next piece, which is 7B. We have so much to get through. Why don't you tell us about this one?
This piece is by artist Janet Kozak. She's a local figure. She has worked at several galleries, including Archival and Solomon Dubnik galleries. And this particular piece, which is called Rigid Geometries, is a piece that was originally in a show at the Crest Theater called Islamic Expressions of Contemporary Art. A lot of her work deals with interest in space and with geometric shapes and the shapes of objects as well. You can see this in this print here. It's very serene. It has that geometric, like when you see in Islamic art, the geometric tile work, it refers to some of that. It's very calming. The color palette would complement any decor. It has a lovely three-piece mat on it as well, which is exceptional.
And this looks like suede.
Looks like suede, the outside one. Yeah, it's
and
beautiful.
You know, that's very expensive too. Donor value of this one is $325. We're only looking for a bid of $100 for this piece. Do we have an opening bid, or will we start with 50? I don't know yet. Will we start with $50 on this, or $100 for an opening bid? Wait, you know what? Right now, when we're thinking about that, let's go to Heath Buckmaster in the phone bank. Heath?
Well, hey, Cindy. So we just got a really great tweet from someone who said, you know what, this art would make a beautiful contribution to your restaurant, to your business, anywhere where you want to display great art. It doesn't just have to be in your home. Now is the time to get involved in the art auction. Now's the time to pick up a great original piece from a Northern California artist that you are not going to find anywhere else. And we want to put our volunteers to work. So call 1-800-270-6601. Let's get these lovely people on the phone. Give yourself a hand. There you go. Let's get these folks on the phone. 7A Red Chair by Jennifer Teixeira, still open for bidding. We've got a high bid of $250. We're looking for you to come in at $275. And we want you to keep calling in and bidding on rigid geometries right now. So let's send it back over to Cindy and Kim.
Actually, I wanted to tell you that very thing. Thank you so much, Heath. We didn't just leave you hanging on that last one. The reason why we went to the second piece is we have so much to get through in this first half hour. So that means you can still call in and bid on the first piece as well, because we haven't closed it out yet. So if you want it, 1-800-270-6601. The size of this particular piece right now that we're on is 20 by 24. As Kim was saying, it's beautifully framed. You see the suede there?
You can also, I think with this piece, I could just look at it forever. It has a lot of depth of field that really takes you to someplace different emotionally when you look at it.
Nice.
It's lovely. It's very serene. These almost look like stars or planets or moons to me as well. It has that sort of planetary look to it. It's so interesting. It would go with any decor.
And we're saying that we have a $95 bid, so I'm guessing that was from the art auction gala maybe that was the other night for $95. So we would need $125 right now. And remember, donor value is $325. So when I say $125, it's really a drop in the bucket. And again, I tell you, you know, every single year I tell you, this is the only time you're going to see this art auction. It's this weekend, and then we are gone for another whole year. This is the only time you can bid on and buy one-of-a-kind pieces of artwork and get it right here at KVIE. Now, Dee's in the phone bank. Let's go right over to Dee.
Hi, Cindy. Good to see you again this year. I want to talk a little bit about Janet Ali's piece, piece number 7B. I know Janet. She's a very amazing artist. She is very involved in the Muslim art community here in Sacramento. She's has a degree in art, and this is her third time that she's given to the KVIE Art Auction. She chose the framing herself. She's also quite a designer. So it's a beautiful piece. We really need to get that bid up. We're at 95 right now. We're looking for a retail of 325. Remember, when Janet donated this piece, she wanted us to have that 325. So let's go back to Cindy and see where we are.
Thank you so much, Dee. And you know, as we were saying before too, this would really go in any place in your house. This is extremely soothing. I see this in any room of your house, or even an office would look stunning. Yeah.
So Janet has worked as an educator. She's worked with educating kids. She is also does lectures, and she's a well-known artist in the community here. I always see her out at activities, at art openings, and she's also donated here in the past.
1-800-270-6601. Call that number on your screen. The donor value is $325, and we're still looking at only $125. What a deal. And you'd be the only one that has this one-of-a-kind piece of artwork that you can hang in your home actually tonight. So we're going to go right now to 7C, called Not Myself. Tell us about that one. I can't wait to hear it.
This piece is so interesting to see up close. It has a lot of depth of field to it. It's very sparkly. I'm sure on your high-def TV you can see it's covered with tiny, tiny little glass microbeads.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that these microbeads are the same thing that they put on the reflectors in the middle of the road that reflect light. And so depending on what your light is, you're going to see reflection. And then there's larger glass beads around the edges and in the background. And this frame is fantastic too. It has like a crackle glaze on it or something. So Todd and his brother are both artists that have given to the auction in the past, and this is Todd's piece. When I first saw it, it looked very figurative to me, but it's so abstracted. I think it's one of those abstracted shapes that you can kind of like dream, and it brings different things up from your consciousness.
You know what, I would love to see this hung near a window. I don't know how safe that would be, but light bouncing off this.
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
It would be incredible.
It almost looks like jewelry. It has such a rich
There we go.
surface to it.
Yeah, there we go. And look at the colors. You can see in your monitor right now on your TV screen, the colors are unbelievable. And when light is bouncing off that, it is just outstanding. Donor value of this particular piece is $380. We're only looking for a starting bid of $100. Remember, it's almost $400 is the retail value, and we're asking to start the bid today at just a fraction of that. 1-800-270-6601. Oh, and look at that.
Yeah, Todd has been making art for 30 years. He's not
Wow.
any beginner here. He's
Wow.
been working on art. He's also been affiliated with the Crocker Art Museum and other institutions as well. You would be lucky to have him in your collection.
Oh, look at that beautiful face. I do see a clown or a harlequin maybe. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's like he's wearing a mask. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Looking at the monitor and looking at the piece, you can see all the detail, but because the light is different, you can really, it changes as you look at it depending on the light.
It did change, oh my goodness. So we're looking still for $100 is all we're asking you for out there. Is just $100 to start this auction bid going on this fabulous piece. 1-800-270-6601.
Also, this is almost sculptural. It's actually about 4 inches deep. It comes away from the piece, from the painting.
And it's very nice. Call right now and you can be the starting bid on that fabulous piece. And speaking of fabulous pieces, we're going to go on right now to 7D. And I love the name. I love the color in this piece. It's called Hotheads.
I love Chris Boda's work.
Yeah.
He put on his paperwork that he used red because it's so forgiving. Now, I don't know, is red forgiving?
Wow.
But he's used, it's like he went through his palette and used every single red in the box for this.
Yeah.
It has so much variety of red in it. And all these characters in here, it has a little hint of surrealism, maybe a little Pablo Picasso. It
Wow.
also has like a more contemporary, funky look to it. If you think of the local artists like Arneson or one of the local funk artists, yeah, I want to hear those bells. This thing is so awesome.
It
I want it
is.
in my collection and I can't make a bid, so you do it for me, all right?
And
You
I
go
love
for
the
it.
name too. Remember Hotheads. And you know, red on any wall is so striking. It's the first place your eye goes when you walk into a room. And what a great conversation piece when someone walks into your home and sees this. And you can say with pride that you bid on it and bought it here at KVIE Art Auction. It's a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork. And so if you'd like to start your original artwork collection, why don't you start it right here today? All the money goes to Channel 6. 1-800-270-6601. Tell us a little more.
Artists, there's something called an artist, and it's the artist that's
more.
collected by artists. The people in the know love certain artists. This guy's an artist. A lot of artists collect his work, and you can be
Wow.
one of those people that collect his work too. This is actually a very high quality piece of Chris's work. He has shown all over the place. He won first place in Banners on the Boulevard a couple of years ago. He's been with the Adamson Gallery, and he's been with many past art auctions with KVIE as well.
And it looks a little orange there on the screen, but I'll tell you in person, this is a little redder than that. It's just, oh, let me fix that. Let's go like
can really
there.
see
There you go.
You can see the texture on the paint, because the paint isn't super smooth. There's actually like texture to the brush strokes as well on this.
And the donor value is $400. We only have $175 right now. We would love to get $200.
And
now
a
we're
deal
going
with
to
that.
we're going to go back over to Dee Neath. Dee, take it away.
Thank you. I'm standing here next to Todd Heads, Not Myself. We need an opening bid on this piece of just $100. Todd and his brother are both frequent donators here to the KVIE Art Auction, and they're both very well collected. I love this piece for its sort of mid-century modern flair. You've got the Harlequin mask here. You've got all this nice shine and glitter going on. It's going to be a focal point in your home, and you can have it for just an opening bid of $100. I see we've got our opening bid, so now let's get it up there where we can get it near that retail price, which is what he wanted us to have here for KVIE. So let's go back and see what Cindy's got.
Well, what Kim and I have are hotheads, and we're hoping that you're going to call the number on your screen right now and say that you want it as well. $400 is the donor value. If you saw this in a gallery, you can get it today by bidding $200, and if you're the winning bidder, you'll have this on your wall by later today. Red looks stunning on any wall, and this is a great conversation piece. And you were telling me this is a famous artist.
Yeah, he's been showing in Sacramento for many years and is collected by a lot of people. I see his work in shows and his name all over the place. This would be a great gift for somebody as well. You know, somebody that could use a red accent in one of their rooms or just loves art. Honestly, this would be great for a beginning collection for a kid too. I mean, it's pretty sophisticated, but it's something that a kid could really grow with.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay. 1-800-270-6601. We're going to wrap this up soon. You know, we're only asking for $200. That's half of the donor value. This piece is worth $400, and we really encourage you to start putting some original pieces of artwork on your wall and be proud that you got it here at Channel 6 or at KVIE. Oh, Kim, this one, I adore this one.
This is a beautiful piece by
love it.
Rudy Cuellar. He was one of the original RCAF members, one of the founders in Sacramento, which is the Royal Chicano Air Force, which is one of the most well-known arts groups that has risen up out of this area. This particular piece was actually made as a memorial to Joe Cerna after Joe Cerna passed. If you know Joe Cerna or you knew what he looked like, it really captures him so clearly. This is a seriograph print. There were only like 4 or 5 of these prints made, and this is an artist proof by the artist. The other artists that helped start the RCAF was Jose Montoya, Esteban Villa. He was part of this group of artists, very important art movement in Sacramento, and this piece is so gorgeous.
And you can get a sense really of the size. It's actually, it says here 22 by 28, but my guess is that's without the matting and framing, because it actually seems, see, you get a sense, this is a good sized large piece. Donor value is only $250, which surprises me. We have a bid right now of $75, that's it. That means you can call the number on your screen right now and bid $100 for this completely matted and framed, beautiful depiction of Mr. Joe Cerna, and it's a striking resemblance.
Rudy, he really captured the life of the man.
Exactly.
Rudy is one of the best known seriograph and screen printers in Sacramento, and he also has been affiliated with Galeria Posada, which is a very well-known Latino gallery as well. It's a treasure, really. This is one of the masters in Sacramento.
It's a treasure, and it's surprising to me that we're still only at $75 for this piece. That means you can call in right now, and why don't you bid $100? I know a lot of you out there every year want to get one piece from KVIE, so make it this one. Let's go back over to Dee Neath in the phone bank.
Thanks. I'm here in the phone bank with Chris Boda's Hothead and our dear Tessa. I wanted to kind of reiterate what Kim had said earlier. Chris is a painter's painter. I mean, he is so popular with the artists here in Sacramento. He's shown all over the place. He's one of my favorite painters. He always donates here to KVIE, and when he donated this piece, he really wanted us to get that retail price. We have $175 right now. We really need to get this up towards $400 so we can get the price that he wanted us to get for it. Okay, back to you, Cindy.
Thank you, Dee. And another thing that I wanted to say, Dee, who was just on air, she also is the owner of Archival Framing. She donated the framing of this piece. She did the matting and the framing, all at her expense for a gift for KVIE. So taking that into consideration, this is a perfect time to call the number on your screen. Come on in with only $100. This is a donor value of $250, which probably doesn't even include what the frame cost.
No. One thing I noticed about this is the color scheme on it. It's really a color scheme I identify with Sacramento too. Yeah. You might see Wayne Thiebaud use something like this, or some of the plein air painters.
You're right.
It really has that, and the way the shadows are violet colored in this, it's really rich looking. And the oranges against the violets.
I love
that little red line around the outside edge.
I also love how I feel when I look at him making this expression, because you know he's laughing about something, and it makes you happy, and it makes you serene and proud to be a Sacramentoan. 1-800-270-6601. Won't you be the one right now to call? We've still only got $75 on this piece. Come on in at $100 and you may have this hanging on your wall tonight. All the money goes to KVIE. And again, we only do this once a year, so you're only going to have a very short window of time. When you see a piece you love, you need to call right then or it's going to be gone, because we only give about 2 minutes to each piece, and that's about it. And look at the detail of this. As Kim was saying, just the colors and the gradations in the face. It's just lovely.
If you
Really
collect
nice.
Sacramento art or you collect historical art, that piece would be great.
So we're going to go onward to the very last piece in this particular half-hour set. It's 7F, Trees of Compassion from Cassandra Reeves. And I just love the texture in this piece. Kim, why don't you tell us about it?
This piece is a collage, which means the artist has taken different aspects, different components. There's torn paper, there's leaves. I think I read that the leaves are from different spiritual places to her. One was in her backyard, one was by a stream. The maple
Japanese
leaves.
maple, yeah. Yeah.
And the string. And then this picture here is of a Kuan Yin, who's like the goddess of compassion.
Wow.
And so this is like a meditative piece.
And a feather. We all know a white feather, or it looks feather-like.
Yeah. So Cassandra, I've seen on her website that she has a series of these, not all Kuan Yin. Sometimes it might be a Mary or another compassionate figure. She always puts spirit and nature in her work. That's the most important thing for her. This would be a great calming piece to have in a studio, and if you have a retreat room of some kind, someplace you like to relax, it'd be great to have in a room like that.
Yoga room. So this is a donor value of $850. We are looking for a starting bid of $250, and it's well worth it. The size of this particular piece is 23 by 15. Am I reading that right? Could be. I'm trying to do it without my glasses. 23 by 15.
17.
By
Without
17.
the frame. Yeah, just the center part.
And $850 is the donor value of this piece. Won't you be the one who calls in at $250? There's so much going on in this piece. It is so interesting and vibrant and fun. And like you said, it's calming. The Japanese maples. This is my corner. Yes. So anyway, you think about that. Get the phone. We're going back to Dean Neath in the phone bank.
I'm here to remind you that this is an auction. We just had a caller that called to bid on item A, which had already closed out, so they were disappointed. Hopefully they're going to call and bid on something else. When you see something, it sells in about 4 to 5 minutes. So get on the phone. Even if you are not registered to bid, you can register to bid when you call in. Get on the phone, make that phone ring, and get that piece. I don't want you to be disappointed like that caller that just missed out on 7A. I'm going to close out Cerna. My friend Joe, going once. Do we have any more bids on Cerna? Going twice. Rudy Quaylar's piece. Okay, he's going home. He's closed at 125. Thank you, Rudy. Let's go back to the floor.
Well, you know, that was 50% of the donor value on that. And again, this auction happens once a year. And I run into so many people say this is their favorite time of year at KVIE. So I would watch all day long if I were you, and all day tomorrow, so that you can get on the bidding of your favorite piece. We're going to be closing soon on this one. $850 is the donor value of this one. And we're only looking for a starting bid of $250. We're going to have to say going once at $250. Do we have $250? I don't know that we do. Could be. Okay, there's 2 people on the phone. Oh, so come on in quickly at $250 because you don't want to lose this. $850 is the donor value. Put your bid in as fast as you can. Do your highest and best bid, and you're going to see we're going to close out going twice on this piece.
This is a well-shown Sacramento artist.
We're about to close out. We went twice. Are they placing their bids? Tell us about the artist of this one, Kim.
Well, this artist has shown at the Solomon Dubnik Gallery, which is was a very long-standing, well-received gallery. Miners Foundry in Nevada City, Beatnik Studio in Sacramento, and Shimo Center for the Arts. You can actually see more of her work at CassandraReeves.com as well. She's done many series of collages, including a whole series on Dia de los Muertos as well. Some really fun work. This is a really great representation of her work. It's the quality is really high on this piece. When you look at all of her work, it's very high quality piece.
And we still have a couple people on the phone. We're waiting for that bid, and the moment we do, you may get this. Let's go back to the phone bank. I think they're waiting for Heath to talk. Over to Heath.
I'm right over here. I'm here in the phone bank with a great group of volunteers. The lovely ladies from Women's Empowerment are sitting in front of me. They're here doing their part, and now it's time for you to do your part. Pick up the phone. Don't let these pieces slip out of your grasp. As Dee just told you, somebody called in on A and they missed out on it. Well, somebody called in just a minute ago on D and missed out on it as well. You don't want to miss out on a great piece of art, so don't wait. When you see the piece come up for bid, pick up the phone, call 1-800-270-6601. Talk to one of our friendly volunteers. They will register you to bid and place your bid for you. But now's the time to do it. We're looking for an opening bid of $250 on Trees of Compassion. Now is the time to do it. Don't wait. Now is the time. Let's head back over to Cindy.
Confirmed bidders can pick up purchases at KVIE Studio today, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday from noon to 5 o'clock. So stay right where you are because we have more great art coming up after this.
It's easy to bid on items featured in the art auction. Here's how. Explore the collection online at kvie.org/art auction. Make note of the date and time your favorite artwork comes up for bid, or stay tuned. When a piece of art catches your eye, quickly call 1-800-270-6601 and a volunteer will assist you. Most items will be sold in less than 7 minutes. Bid high and bid often so you don't miss any of your favorite items.
Wells Fargo Bank is proud to support local arts in our region through the KVIE Art Auction. Wells Fargo Bank, a proud supporter of KVIE Public Television.
Stay tuned for the Short Center, coming up next on the KVIE Art Auction. Developed in 1978, this arts-based program for adults with developmental disabilities offers them a venue to develop life skills, form meaningful friendships, and become more involved with the community. Explore the entire collection online at kvie.org/art auction. Bid high and bid often.
So, are you all set to bid? I hope so. We're going to give you a chance to do that right now. So let's quickly review all of the art that is up for this next half hour of bidding, starting with 8A. It's called Massimo. The artist is Ashley Clark, and the retail value is $50. Second, 8B, Life Fun by Doug Clayton. And there it is. There's Life Fun. And I think I see people in there. Donor value of that one is also $50. Now we'll go to 8C, and it's called To the Stars from John Espergren. Donor value is $50. This is a Juror Award winner for figurative. And then for 8D, a lovely piece from Gary Guglielmina called You. Donor value is $50. 8E is Garden Flowers. That artist is William Haddad, and the donor value is $50. I love that one. And we're going to wrap it up with this set with the 8F, excuse me, Big Face from Stephen Brorstrom, and the donor value of this one, this fun piece, is also $50. So, we're going to start another round of bidding here, and let's start with this very first one, which we love. The heart face is what I call this one. This is called Massimo, and I think you have a story for Massimo.
Right. Ashley Clark, he's actually a student of mine at the Short Center. He is mostly interested in animations, anime, horror films, zombie films. But this time he made us something very sweet. It's a picture. He's an adult. He made this piece on Massimo. He had 2 cats, and Massimo passed away, and he did a memorial for Massimo. But he's done numbers of cats in the past and done animations of cats, and so this is in line with what he does. But he really just laid on the color thick. It's got lots of colored pencil and other water media in here as well. And he, like, Massimo exclamation point. I love that.
Ah, that's great. Did you see the eyes?
And the blue eyes, yeah.
They're almost turquoise. They are just so gorgeous. Again, the donor value is $50. We've already got a bid of $35 on this one, so we're looking for a bell ringer on this one at $50. And again, this is from the Short Center. Do you want to explain to people what the Short Center is?
The Short Center, there are 3 Short Centers, and this is from Short Center North. The Short Centers are day programs for adults with disabilities that are art-centered. We have studios, all the teachers are artists. It's really a great working environment, and many of the clients that attend the Short Center day programs are professional artists. That is what they do every single day. They're self-motivated to be artists, and Ashley is one of those people. Wow. As are the other people that we're going to be seeing this afternoon.
Yoo-hoo! We have a bell ringer on Massimo.
All right, Massimo.
And so that you understand, all of the pieces in this half hour are from the Short Center. These are special pieces. They're from special artists, and they made these pieces for us here at KVIE Channel 6, and I think that makes them just great in my eyes that they would do that for us.
You know, another thing that's happening is the Short Centers are going to be having a fundraiser coming up on October 26th, and Rob Stewart is going to be our MC, and I believe Dee's going to be there as well.
And
so if you're interested in finding out more about that, please go to events at ddso.org. If you'd like to see more of the art from the Short Center, go to ddsoarts.com, and you can see some of these artists in more detail too.
And also this one, yes, we have a bell ringer at $50, but don't stop there, because you can easily go to $75. We have not closed out this piece yet. So that means if you call the number on your screen, 1-800-270-6601, you have a good chance of still getting this piece, because we're going up from 50 to 75, etc. We need 75 right now.
Whether you collect outsider art or Short Center art, or if you want an entry-level piece for a children's room, this would be perfect for any of those things. The colors are really bright, it's engaging, and there's just a little something extra about it, something attractive about it.
Yeah, and now that you have the story of the Short Center, it's that much more special. 1-800-270-6601. We're going on to the next piece. So that means, again, don't stop bidding on 8A. We're just going now to 8B. You can bid on either piece. So again, 8B is called Life Fun, and the artist of that one is Doug Clayton.
Doug Clayton has been making art for 18 years. He is a consummate art maker. He sits and draws all day long. Wow. And you can see a very distinctive style in this. It's sort of like that really compulsive, like layering. There's like so many layers of colors. This is a colored pencil piece for this particular piece. He says that he's talking about stuff that's going on in his life. This one, to me, it could be buildings, it could be a garden, it could be people. You almost see windows, so I'm guessing that it's probably an urban thing, but the colors really look like a garden as well.
Yeah, and he could have had both things in mind. We don't know. But what we do know is the colors are fabulous. You can see it right there on your screen. And what a great story that you got this from the Short Center via KVIE and your donation. So Life Fun, right now we're looking for a starting bid of only $15. The donor value of this piece is $50. Won't you please be the one that picks up the phone and gives us a donation of $15 to get this piece going? I know the phones are ringing, so I surely hope so. I see this in a kid's room.
Yeah, it could be in a kid's room, but you know, really, if you have a French provincial home, if you have something where you might like French Impressionism or something like that, the colors and the strokes of this thing would go perfectly in environment, and the way that it's framed as well would go perfectly in that environment.
It's got a very nice, lovely, gold frame.
He's a great guy, too. He's just an awesome guy.
Yeah, and the fact that they did this for us at KVIE, how special is that? All we need is $15 to get the bidding going on this particular piece called Life Fun. I also love the name of this piece.
This man won he won a prize at the 2011 State Fair also in the general population painting category.
Oh.
He's a recognized artist.
Oh, wonderful. We still need the $15. I see a few people on the phone. As far as I know, you can still also bid on 8A, but we're looking for 8B. Life Fun, we need $15. We're seeing a little detail right there. A lot of great color. You know, it looks very Monet to me, you know? It's got a little Monet
It does.
feel.
It has an impressionist look to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's like a French garden. 1-800-270-6601. If you find yourself right now looking at your television thinking, I like that. I like how it feels. I like the colors. Pick up the phone and donate $15. And this can be on your wall. And what a great way to start the auction today at Channel 6. I keep saying Channel 6. KVIE.
$15, that is like the best deal of the day.
Yeah, no kidding. Life Fun, I see we have 25. Excellent, excellent.
Right.
We need $50 right now. Come on in with a bell ringer. So easily worth it. It's beautifully framed in almost a rope design, I would say, with the gold wood frame. And you can see the size right now comparative where we're standing.
A little bit about the artist. This man is a huge music fan. He has been to every concert that has come through Sacramento ever. I think for at least the last 10 years, he's been to every single concert in Sacramento. Yeah, he knows it all.
This is a great man. It's a great piece, and it's really for a great cause as well. 1-800-270-6601. We're still looking. We've got 50. Oh, we have 75. Yes. Yay. So we've got a bell ringer. We are looking for $100. See, that's what makes an auction are the people.
Yeah.
Let's go over to the next piece.
You will not regret it. That's a great piece.
Again, keep bidding on this last piece of 8B, and you may be the winning bidder. We just have so much to get through during this half hour. We're going to go to 8C right now, which is, I love the name of this one. This is called To the Stars, and we need an opening bid on this one as well at $15.
So John Espegren, he's been making art for many years at the Short Center program. He does mostly figurative work. Sometimes he'll look at art history books, and he'll take ideas from art history books. And he also is very strong at doing patterning, like you can see around the edges here, and he incorporates text into his work as well. This one is a spaceman / robot, probably spaceman in a suit. Love all the stars around the edges. He also won the Jurors Award for Figurative this year at the KVIE.
And I got to tell you too, I went on their website, the Short Center's website, and I saw a video of John making his pieces. He is amazing. He starts out with a black marker and just white paper, and he outlines what is in his mind, what is in his head. When he's done, he goes back and fills in the color. It was fantastic. I mean, this one just is so touching to me. 1-800-270-6601. We've got $65. Isn't that fantastic?
That's great.
That's great.
He's another man who is extremely self-motivated artist. He identifies himself as an artist, and we all do too at the center. We're always happy. The staff is always happy when we get to have shows with John because we love sharing the walls with him. He's so great. He's a slightly unrecognized talent in this town, and honestly, his work is really spectacular. You should go on. He has work on ddsoarts.com and the movie that Cindy was talking about, and you can see a lot more examples of his work too. You really enjoy it if you go check it out.
He's awesome. Just watching him, he doesn't even stop to think. He just takes that marker and he just goes, and it's very intricate, and you can't disturb him, and he lines it out, and then he goes back and colors it, but he knows exactly what he's doing, and this is the result. We right now, how much do we have on To the Stars? We still have $65. Won't you come in at $75? It's only $10 more, and then we're inching our way up to $100 of this piece.
He has had work in the Outsider Artist Fair in New York City, the Ames Gallery in Berkeley.
We're going to go over to Heath right now on the phone bank.
All right. I want to talk about 8B, and we've got a bidding war going on, and we're going to close this item from the phone bank with a going, gone, all right? So if you want in on this piece, you better call really, really fast and get in on it, because we are going once on 8B. We've got a high bid of $300, and then over here we've got a bid of, we're hoping for $350. We are going once on 8B, going once on 8B. We are going twice on 8B at $300. And we are sold at $300 on 8B. Congratulations to the winner of 8B. We hope you bring home that beautiful piece of art and enjoy it in your home. And now we're going to send it back over to Cindy.
Boy, was that exciting. I got to tell you, Heath, and so well worth it. And thank you so much for bidding $300 to KVIE. Going on next to 8D, this particular piece is called Simply You. And the artist is Gary Guglielmina, and the donor value of this one as well is $50. So, Kim, why don't you tell us a little bit about this man?
I would have to say that Gary Guglielmina is one of the most interesting people that I know, and his work is very interesting. It looks perhaps a little bit monochrome, but as you get closer, most of his work is text. He writes and writes and writes stream of consciousness in his work.
Wow.
And there is no punctuation or division between any of the words. But if you spent the time, you could actually read all of his stream of consciousness on here. You'll see also that he collaborates occasionally with another one of our artists, Ellen Boudreau, who is a blind artist. She does these pieces here where she uses does these small color splotches with pencil, and then he goes over the top with layers and layers. He's probably written this entire set of words here 4 times over the top of each other.
Oh, that's fantastic. And the camera really can't get in close enough for you to actually see what Kim's talking about. But these dots that look like they're dots are not, they're words. All of them are stream of consciousness going on in his mind. This is an amazing, amazing piece, and even a better story. And it's also a good size. I think it's 26 by 32 or some such.
It's got yellow, blue, orange, and colored pencil, and then it has ink pen, looks like a black ink pen over the top to like really accentuate it.
Yeah, and what I would love to know is how he got the title. It's called You. Right now we have 150. Excellent.
Great.
150 on this piece. We need 175.
This is a very sophisticated piece. If you have an outsider art collection or a contemporary style home,
oh yes,
this would go perfectly in there.
Would. Yeah, I sell homes, and so yes, that was my first thought. This is so contemporary, it's perfect. Call the number on your screen. We're going over to Heath in the phone bank. Heath?
Thank you, Cindy. So I'm over here. This is piece 8C to the stars. We're going to close it on air. If you want this piece, it's probably too late for you if you're not on the phone right now, and that's why this is an auction. Don't wait if you see a piece that you love and want to bring home into your collection. This piece is going once at $65. Going twice at $65. Sold at $65. Congratulations to the winner. You can pick up this piece of art Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday from noon to 5 each day. That's our art pickup. So if you take home a piece of art, we thank you for doing your part to support the mission of public television. Now let's head back over to Cindy.
Thanks so much, Heath. And you know, we just left you 8D, but that doesn't mean that the bidding should stop. Go ahead and call in, give them your best bid before you wrap it up. We are onward now to 8E, called Garden Flowers, and this is just lovely. Right now, it's a donor value of $50. We have a bid on it of $100, which I'm sure we can go up from there to at least to $125. So tell us about this one.
This is by artist William Haddad. He has a huge following in Sacramento. Mostly he does paintings. He also does murals, and he will paint on anything, honestly. He's such a self-motivated guy. He's his own ambassador. He's out there in the public all the time talking to people. You can see him anywhere. This particular piece he did in a ceramics class at Short Center. You'll see that it's covered by flowers, mostly flower shapes. Often he uses flower designs. He uses animal designs like chickens and fish he's particularly famous for. And then he also, I'm happy to say that I brought my dog to school for a while named Sookie, and now he has a whole line of Sookie paintings as well.
Isn't that great?
Sookie,
and inside too.
Yes, and it's painted inside. It's a bright red inside. The shape of the ceramic is so nice. That was donated by one of our teachers to him, and he did all the layers and layers of glazing on top of that. I have a couple of pieces, well, I have many pieces in my own personal collection of his, but I have a couple of his ceramic pieces because they're just so rich and delicious looking.
Rich is a very good word for this. In fact, I think it's even richer than what you see on the screen right there. It's called Garden Flowers 8E. Donor value is $50. We are already up to 100 on this one. Would love to see 125. And don't dilly-dally. If you've got your eye on this, you need to call right now because you know how fast this is going to go. Yay!
William has shown at the Crocker Art Museum, the Outside Art Fair in New York City, the Ames Gallery in Berkeley, and the California State Fair. He's a well-shown artist. He's been working for many years, and he has a reputation, and his style is very distinctive.
I feel like a potter on the potter's wheel. This is fun. This is an easy job. Again, Garden Flowers, $100. Won't you be the one to call in right now and bid $125 and take this beautiful pot away? The colors are striking. Kim was telling you they're very saturated.
I'm going to show you easily. I'm just going to show you. See, it's red inside, so it really pops. If you overlight this, it'll just pop. That red will pop right out of there for you.
Okay, and now we're going to go back to Heath in the phone bank.
Thanks very much, Cindy. So I want to give a special shout out to Broderick Roadhouse. They provided food for lunch for all of our crew and the folks that are here today. We really appreciate their support. That's Broderick Roadhouse. So thanks very much for the great food. I am over here in the phone bank with you. That's right, it's you. We're going to close this item too. This item has a high bid of $225 against a retail of $50. Thank you to the people who have been bidding that item up. It is going once. It is going twice. It is sold at $225. Thank you for supporting the mission of public television. Every dollar that you spend on the great art this weekend goes to support all of the shows that you love. Masterpiece Mystery, Doc Martin, Nova, Nature, children's programs like Sesame Street, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, Word Girl, and Super Y. All of that is made possible because of you. And now let's head back over to Cindy and Kim.
Thanks so much, Heath. You know, we're having a lot of fun with this one. As you can tell, it's called Big Face. And the artist of this particular one is Stephen
Borstrom.
That's it. Yeah.
So Stephen Borstrom is one of the newer students at the Short Center. He works on cars and is a very active guy. He's been in Special Olympics. He's a skier. He's a bowler. He's a guy's guy. He does his cars and stuff show up in his work. I'm thinking this might be a self-portrait because I've seen him do a couple of self-portraits. This is a big ceramic mask piece with that glaze. I chose it because it's just so bold and simple at the same time. The colors are really attractive. I love the red with the pink and all the detail with the hair. This would be a great introduction piece for a kids collection or for anybody that collects outsider art.
And I'm really impressed that this artist made this for us at KVIE because you know that they love their artwork, and the fact that they're willing to hand it over to us at KVIE to ask you to bid on it, to raise money for us. It's just so touching. We have a donor value of $50. We have a bid right now of $50. So we need 75. And I think we're on our way back over to Dee in the phone bank. Dee?
Hi, I'm here with one of our fabulous art movers, which is one of the hardest jobs here at KVIE. And I want to talk about this Garden Flowers vase, which is just amazing. I wanted to tip it forward a little bit so you could see the care and the intricacy that the artist even painted the inside of the vase. It is functional. What a sweet little gift for Christmas. Put it away for somebody special. Don't just buy them flowers. Buy them the vase to keep them in. So let's go back to you guys. Oh, I'm going to close this out. I've got two people that are bidding on this. Okay, here we go. We got an auction. The current bid is $250. $250. Who's got $250? Oh, I've got my gal over here with $250. Anybody else bidding on this? Come on. I'm closing the vase. I'm closing the vase. Going once. We've got $275. Okay, $275. I've got $300. Do I have $325? Going once. Going once at $325. Going twice. Oh, is that it? Okay. Closed. To my gal over here. I don't have my gavel. That's how we run an auction. You got to call in, you got to get on the phone, and you got to bid. So let's go back and look at that great mask.
All right, I want to remind you too, if you're interested in going to our fundraiser, it's events@ddso.org. You can get more information from there and see Rob Stewart at the same time.
And remember, these are, that website also will tell you about the artists of the artwork that you are seeing today and you saw in this last half hour. Very special artists, very special pieces. Right now we're at $75 of this mask. Donor value is $50.
Great.
We don't want you to stop there. We want you to call in and bid $100 because we're closing this one out in mere moments. The number is right there on your screen, 1-800-270-6601. You're probably not going to find a more whimsical piece. And it's a very good size.
People do collect these and put them in their gardens as well as garden art.
Perfect
And
idea.
at the end of a path, I have work in my garden. It's spectacular.
And it's coming out from the wall, I would say 4 inches or so. It's actually very deep. So it's really a showstopper. It's really a conversation piece called Big Face. Of course it's called Big Face. So we're going to say it's $75 going once, unless you're calling right now. Going twice at $75. Do we have closed at $75?
Right.
Excellent. Good job, and thank you so much for donating to KVIE. We really appreciate it. And now, take a look at this and stay right here for more chances to bid on and buy original art at KVIE Art Auction.